Parker Baum, I believe, kicked off. We might have a few different numbers here at the light blue.
Yeah, this is going to be Riker Youngin.
Okay, so Riker's kicking off tonight. The freshman. Back deep for the Cardinals, Bryce Roberts and Joey Panunzio. Joey's kind of one of their main touch guys. Sean Bowling, another running back, gets the ball a lot there. Correction, that's A.J. Economus. We got a low kick there, fielded at the 30-yard line. We're going to get out to about the 37-yard line there. Sean Bowling, one of their running backs, fields it. So Canfield starts with good field position on a beautiful Friday night here at the corner of South and Silver.
I'm interested to see what the Leopards are going to do here defensively against this really run-dominated Canfield team. I'm not so sure that our traditional defensive philosophy is going to work here as far as number of defensive linemen, number of linebackers. It's going to be interesting to see the adjustments that we're going to make.
Hold out of duty there for a second here. Yeah, the Leopards here. Yeah, so they're going to have to play kind of a little more traditional in the box. So Canfield going with trips.
Yeah, interesting.
To start here and going to no back. They're going to throw it out there to Panunzio, and he's going to get a first down and more all the way out to the 50-yard line. Nice little flare pass.
Yeah. Little interesting play there on first down. In warm-ups, Canfield was, was 4 wide, and now look, they're coming out throwing the ball.
So balance set there. And the quarterback's going to keep it. He's going to get maybe a yard there. Enzo Coca.
It's one of those things. Thinking of the 2 films that I watched this week, it's interesting that both films, they were showing a completely different offense than what they're running tonight. And as a coordinator, Mac, you know this. Nothing worse than preparing for something that you think you're going to see all week, and then they come out at a completely different set, completely different formations. You got to make adjustments.
2nd and 10. Gives the Panunzio, bounces outside, and he's tackled right at the line of scrimmage there. Caden Cordes, young sophomore, finishes him off, filling Owen Wilson's spot. Yeah, and I know you've coached at linebackers. I don't know how hard it's linebackers. DBs, you're always trying to get for coverage. That's what I coached on defensively. So one good thing is you've been used to covering spread, so you can always go back to what you've been doing. Where it's hard when you're, you don't see many traditional, power offenses anymore. So that's what you're probably working on. So 3rd and 10. Coca takes this pass, left on the outside, and it is caught. Breaks the tackle. It's going to be a first down and more, all the way to the 26-yard line. Pitch and catch there to Matthew Campbell on, it wasn't quite beautifully executed, but you got to make tackles there.
Yeah, well, we had a chance to stop him for a 5-yard gain, but one thing about these Canfield boys, they have been in the weight room. There's some physical specimens down there.
So quickly into the handoff there, and Coca's going to keep it, and he's ankle tackled there by Anderson Candle. Picks up about 4 or 5.
2 instances right there, Mac. The previous 2 of the 3 previous last plays, it looked like we had come in a little high. Doherty missed a high tackle. Then I think Cordes just missed another high tackle. I think with the girth and the muscle on some of these Canfield kids, we got to learn how to go waist down on some open field tackles here.
So 2 backs in the backfield, and we got
it's gonna be a false.
Some yellow hankies. Word on the street is you and Rob Johnson recall last week. I heard plenty of laundry out there.
Yeah, it was a laundromat. It's 21 penalties last week.
A lot of terrible towels that were on the field.
A lot of terrible towels. Yeah, it was quite an event.
So what? 21 penalties.
21 penalties.
Mike Burke was telling us here.
I believe 17 against the Leopards, if I'm not mistaken.
All right, so 2nd and 10 there. Trips to the top of your screen there. Coca on the boot, has a rollout there. He's got plenty of green grass. He's going to keep it. to the 15, inside the 10-yard line. Good read there. And it's first and goal for the Cardinals.
Wow, just little boot action right there. Just no contain at all. Just no contain by our defensive end. I mean, he came out of the boot action. He had 20 yards of open grass to bring it up here, first and goal.
Great job selling the play fake there. So Coca brings in his tight end, Landon Sheena, into the backfield. It's probably a quarterback keeper there. There, he's got it there, and he's got plenty of green grass. He's down to about the 1-yard line. So I imagine when that tight end comes in the backfield, he's blocking his quarterback, little Tim Tebow action.
Tight end looks nice. He's number 86. They have him listed at 6'3", 225. He's a nice-looking athlete.
As you said, this is a program that's had a lot of tradition. You can see it's built on in the weight room, and I know Coach Kappas is getting in that direction. Tyler Kwasnicki, our strength coach,
doing a great job.
But this is something that you're just establishing, that consistently getting guys to buy in, and you got a lot of linebacker-looking guys out there. It's a good sign for your team. So second and goal there. Coca's going to second effort push. Did they push him into the end zone?
Yeah, they're giving it to him up top.
And that's one thing, you cannot push the quarterback, so they could have maybe called that there.
In high school, you're allowed to push the guards,
yes,
which is what we do. But yeah, you're not allowed to push the quarterback in high school. Kind of an easy drive there for Canfield.
3 minutes 57 seconds. Set the kick here. The extra point is Luke Goodrich.
Number 21, Luke Goodrich.
Yeah, we had that 3rd and 10. Couldn't get off the field, and a good team like Canfield makes the Leopards pay. Kick is up. Kick is right through. With 8 minutes, 3 seconds left in the first quarter. Canfield 7, Louisville nothing. We're going to take a quick break on Your Sports Network. Welcome back to Louisville Stadium. The Cardinals take a quick 7-0 lead here on Your Sports Network. Hopefully we have some Your Sports Network watchers from northeast of the Constitution town here. As we know, YSN has a lot of Mahoning County and Columbiana County based schools, so we're going to be seeing a lot of them here in the next year or two as we join the All-American Conference. How's the All-American Conference in track? Frank, a longtime head track coach.
Solid. I think it's a real good fit for us. I don't know a ton of information about how they conduct their track meets. If their dual meets count towards league championships. I know they have that at league meet, but I'm looking forward to it. We run a lot of these teams anyway, so it's just a good fit for us.
Luke Goodrich kicks it deep. The end zone taken in the backfield there by
Drake Wilson.
Drake Wilson there. And with the new jerseys there, Drake makes a nice return there. And I carry a little bit more of the load with his brother out. Owen Wilson, one of his brothers. A lot of How many Wilsons are there? 5, 6? Not 6, 7. I'll say that.
Lord, don't get
We got
me
Levi. We got the. I didn't have the older daughter.
triplets.
Yeah, the triplets.
Yep.
Chase Wilson.
4. And then Gracie is 5.
Okay.
And then there's an older
Big
son
sister.
too.
Big sister. And teacher, older sister.
Gracie's the oldest sister, and then there's another son, I think. But I think there's
all right, so the Leopards in a little heavy trips there to the top of your screen there. Play action fake, looking for Owen Burke. He's got space, and he catches it to the 30, to the 20. Can he kick out of it? He fumbles it,
no.
and Canfield is going to take over on the 6-yard line.
What a great play call. I love the play call. Heavy right formation. You think they're going to run. Gave play actions. Owen releases. Great ball wide open. But man, you just got to have ball security. You got to have ball. You got to know that guy's right there. And man, I know Owens is probably so bummed right now.
Great job by their corner, Bryce Roberts, who I got beat on the play, but good job. The old tackle from behind. Look for get the strip. And turnovers.
Hold on a second. What's going on here? Okay.
All right, so Leopard offense, great play, yards per play average, but unfortunately The men in black and white are taking back over.
Well, you talked about ball security here at the beginning of the broadcast, and that's something that I think they're going to want back.
Give up the gut to Panunzio. Really, that last drive, Louisville stuffed in the first few plays, and that third and 10 missed tackle getting the first down, and then it was all downhill for the Cardinals after that. So it's going to make it a 2nd and 10 here. 7:23 and ticking here in the first quarter. Got a pink out in the Leopard stands tonight there.
Yes, we do.
Canfield's student section wearing the jerseys.
Mm-hmm.
Not a real heavy crowd for an undefeated perennial powerhouse. So
I mean, you're pushing, 45, 50-minute drive for a lot of people there.
A lot of people stay and listen to
Yeah.
Frank Grimm and his musings. Is that the proper English term? Frank, former English teacher, musings?
I don't know. Mac, we've had this discussion on air before. The minute I became a gym teacher and I left the language arts world, I'd lost about 15 points on the IQ.
Now, I lived in the belly of a gym teacher for 9 months. So
you did.
got a lot of knowledge while baking in the oven there. Shout out to Joni Algiatic. She bought some earbuds tonight, so she might be listening.
Oh, really?
I don't know if I taught her how to do Bluetooth. So Coca rolls to the outside, and he's going to get tackled for a big loss all the way inside the 2-yard line there.
Great play by number 99, Jacob Beard for the Leopards. Playing great defensive end right there with the contain, forcing back inside, and linebackers cleaned it up. What a great play by Jacob.
Fear the beard.
Fear the beard.
Now, is he pretty much obligated to... You've never really sported much of a beard.
Oh,
goatee, I have my beard growing is pretty...
Yeah, mine's pathetic. It's pretty... I mean, Patch Adams comes to mind when I think of my...
Third down and 16. Coca looking up top on a give and go. He's got a man open.
Oh, no.
And it's caught. Nice job hitting the well, as we used to call it, and against the cover 2.
Yep.
Safety couldn't come over. And Canfield, another big play. Digs himself out a big hole.
I mean, 3rd and 16, you have to figure out a way to get off the field, Leopards. You got to figure out a way here.
Quickly into the backfield. Tight end comes back in there. Going to be a quarterback. He's going to throw the outside. Almost broke up there. And our man number 12, Luke Goodrich. I'm sorry, correction, Bryce Roberts, who makes something out of nothing.
Tackle by Bordello there, number 22 for the Leopards.
Comes up a little limping.
It's like 2nd and 5 here. I think here's your quarterback draw, Mac. No, they're going to chuck it again.
Slinging there. Got a little pump fake for the stop and go. Throws it over the middle. Receivers weren't enough for the range there. I thought he was going to get a little interference there.
Well, we brought a little delayed pressure there with number 8, Isaiah Bragg, and he really forced him to step up in the pocket and make a throw before he had his feet set. Kind of threw it to a safe open spot.
Yeah, I think they're looking, Louisville playing a little bit tighter man cover. That's what you try to do sometimes, is getting a bite on the short stuff, and you got no help over top. So cover 0 doesn't look like, so we have no safeties deep here. So isolating in the backfield. Coca's going to pass again, a little X game there, feels some pressure. He's going up top. He's got a man that's looked like me on Turkey Bowl day.
Yeah. Going to be pass interference there on number 0, Luke Seaman. He got the right hand extended, really had a jersey tug on the shoulder, and unfortunately 3 or 4 flags from 3 or 4 different officials on that.
And Luke, our senior, he's been down there a lot, so sometimes you get beat, you want to give up 15 instead of 50. So Canfield able to make big plays when they need to. Louisville cannot get off the field right now. Canfield with 5:09 is inside Leopard territory. And they're throwing the ball. You said last week hardly saw them throw it at all.
97% run last week. It's just, I mean, it's a testament to their players to be able to adapt to the type of personnel packages that their coaches think is going to be successful or not. Apparently they saw something and thought that they could throw the ball, and it's because they are throwing the ball.
Panunzio gashes it, and off to the races. A 48-yard touchdown, and the Canfield Cardinals race out to a 13-0 lead. 5 minutes left here in the first quarter.
Not much to say. Just, one of those things where when you're playing a good team like Canfield, you got to figure out a way to do things like get off the field on third down, like ball security. Those are the things that you have to do. You can't give them second and third opportunities to put up points, and we have done that here in the first quarter.
Luke Goodrich ready to kick the extra point, followed by Enzo Coca, our quarterback. Clean snap.
Doink.
Kick is doinked. No good. The Leopards keep it at 13-0. Had a little doink last night. Did you watch any of the Thursday night football last night?
I didn't watch one play.
There you go. Good battle there between the 49ers.
Yeah.
Matt Jones. What Jones? Who's the Jones? The Alabama guy.
It's Mac Jones.
Mac Jones. How can I forget Mac Jones?
Yeah, really.
One of my brother's favorite players, Mac Jones. He was not impressed with him in a high draft pick, I think, for the Patriots there.
He
played tough last night.
I mean, really, San Francisco had a lot of starters out.
Yeah,
I mean, down 3 wide receivers, down their starting tight end. I didn't watch it because I thought for sure it'd just be a blowout. Well, I woke up this morning and what do you know?
Good physical football game, and 49ers play physical defense and won in overtime. That's one where the Rams were driving in 4th and 1, and that's where the new overtime rules where each team gets a possession. So I think San Fran kicked a field goal.
They did.
Rams 4th and 1 on like the 11, driving in. They went for it, and the Niners stuffed them. So good battle here. Leopards right now got to keep up their end of the bargain. Right, dug himself a big hole here. And I think your game plan was to kind of keep a low-scoring game. Louisville, I think they've hung their hat on their defense so far. This is, I'm going to bet, the most. I think they're averaging 9 points given up a game. Really, only one school. Hoover's only scored over 13, and they did that mostly in the second half. So Leopards in unfamiliar territory. Kick is taken there by Siemens. Siemens going to get tackled at the 30 or 23-yard line. Canfield's got a loud band. They get after it.
Yeah, they do. We got a loud band.
A lot of air in their lungs. Frank, some say you have a lot of air in your lungs.
Did you talk to my mom? Was that? I told you to quit talking to my mom. It makes me uncomfortable.
Mom's very proud of her little feller.
I am the baby of the family.
There you go. So, Leopards going to come out here. They've run one play offense here, and they're down 13-0. Had a big offense play to start their drive, and unfortunately fumbled catch there. Negated a 60-plus yard pass there. So, run a flare route out there to Marzio. He's going to muscle his way through for about 4. Leopards right here just got to kind of get the rhythm,
right?
Let the defense take a break, get some confidence here. We'd like to get some points on the board, but it's important to get here a first down to start.
Yeah, I agree. If you watch that play, that's kind of what we've been trying to do all year. We run these little flare passes to DiMarzio, who, by the way, made a spectacular one-handed catch there on the last play. And listen, you bring up second. I mean, you get 6 yards on first down. That's good real estate.
Stouffer looking to his left, nothing there. Scrambling, I got a crossing man, and it is caught. Colton Norris. I don't know if Colton was the intended receiver. I think that was maybe meant for, DiMarzio. I can't see who's that there, but Colton Norris, Johnny on the spot.
I feel like that was intended for
Owen Burek.
For Burek, and then Colton just kind of undercut it, moving the chains here, doing exactly what we
got to
watch
on Gabe rolling to his right, throwing across his body. He saw some heavy traffic there with defense, but we'll take the result there. So 1st and 10 here on the 42. Leps trips to the bottom of your screen. Stouffer, nice cushion, hits Burek, who's going to pick up about 7 there. Good read there.
The thing about Gabe is a scrambling quarterback. He has a unique ability to keep plays alive. And Mac, you as a former quarterback know that on these scramble plays, you're taught as a receiver, if you're running a deep route on a quarterback scramble, you got to come back to the ball. If you're running a shallow route, you go deep. And the Leopards practice that all the time in practice just because of Gabe's ability to keep plays alive. And we have converted quite a few of those little Gabe scramble plays for first downs.
Yeah, he does a good job of extending plays, and he's been really impressed with his poise this year.
Oh, for sure.
All right, so 2nd and 2 here. Going to give up the gut, I believe, to DeMarzio, who's going to push forward for 3 yards. Move the chains. Leopard's coming out throwing the ball. There's run there, but it's good to see them come out throwing the ball. I think they have a good talent on the perimeter. Got a good head on their quarterback, a good player there. I think for a really good team like Canfield, you're going to have to keep them honest. Kind of like they've done our defense.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. We, obviously film study, says a lot about your preparation for the week, and apparently our offensive staff felt like that they can come out and throw these intermediate routes, and we're having some success.
So Stouffer looking at the dig route there. I think that's Norris again. Yep, number 18 there. Colton, our senior, 6'2" senior, who's
that route we call that a stick route, where he has the option to stop before he gets to the inside linebacker or continue past the inside linebacker and stick more of an inside route. And that time it's great read by Gabe and Colton. They both read it correctly, and that was a great pitch and catch for 8.
So we see a couple of big boys sub in. Jake Baker, Colton Doherty. Getting a little tight end action here tonight.
Yeah, 12 personnel, 2 tight ends. I could potentially be seeing a little run here.
All right, so 2nd and 2. Play action fake, looking to isolate. Stouffer has some pressure, throws to the outside. Receiver close enough in the area. Leopards live for another play there.
I feel like it was a blown route by maybe somebody on the right side that didn't go out on the route. Gabe kind of booted to the right, and there was no receivers there at all.
We'll have to look at that film study there.
Yeah.
Get the insight from Kason Grimm there. He's a sophomore.
Yeah.
JV game tomorrow
JV
morning.
game at
Canfield. That'd be a
Canfield,
good
10
battle.
o'clock.
How's the JV team? What's their record so
They're
far?
undefeated. Undefeated. They blew out Central last week. It was.
Stouffer picks up 1. Nice job by Gabe Miller. Filling from his linebacker position there.
It's amazing as we roll through some of the roster here by Canfield. They have a lot of kids that are between 5'10" and 6 foot and 185 and 205 pounds. Just Steel Valley, the old Steel Valley Athletic Conference is tough kids over in Canfield. And that was an example right there by Gabe, just doing a great job filling the hole and stopping forward progress for no gain.
All right, 4th and 1 here. Leopards in a tight formation there. Got timeout here by Louisville. 58 seconds left here in the first quarter. Leopards trailing 13-0 on a 3/4 moon night here in Constitution Town. Big night. They had nice things here. You're wearing the field to play 60. Talk a little about that, Frank.
Louisville Middle School, in conjunction with the Cleveland Browns, are proud partners of the NFL Field Up to Play 60 program, which we have been a part of since the infancy. It's probably year 8. I believe we were the first school in Ohio to partner with the Browns and to participate. But tonight we had our annual kickoff party out on was that Silver Street?
Yep.
Out on
South
Silver.
Street.
Oh, that's
here.
on South.
South's right there.
Yep. Out on South Street, where it's really a community event. We bring in pizza. Partnership with the American Dairy Association. We had loads of chocolate and strawberry milk, and it was well attended. I think we gave away 20 boxes of pizza tonight. The good events.
Awesome, yeah. Nice, great work by Frank. Josette Folk does a great job. Play action. Gabe's going to keep it on the counter. He breaks the tackle. He's going to push forward for about 5 and first down. I like the little counter action on that.
Yeah, of course. I mean, any time in high school football where you have a little motion, where you fake a little jet sweep and then you counter back, you generally get those linebackers to get a little nosy and slide towards that motion action. Gabe pulled it, ran backside for a first down, and we moved the chains. Big 4th down play there, man.
Those backfield eyes where the defense is hesitating, watching what's in the backfield. So 31 seconds and ticking here to end the first quarter here. Leopards at the 30. Stouffer feels pressure, rolls to his left. He's going to throw it. It's complete.
No.
It's complete. No, incomplete.
Close.
There,
Incomplete.
Seaman, but I think we got a backside hold. So Louisville with 18 seconds left here in the first quarter. Going to make it 1st and 20. Don't usually see as much from the backside.
No, I mean, it was holding. I think both of us Oh, no, they called it on DeMarzio. Interesting. He was blocking play side. He was a running back blocking play side, picking up the play side block. I'm just kind of surprised by that.
Rob Johnson running the technical producer here. Got Jack Horn and Mariah Ott working the board there. Trusted assistants. Empty set here. Stouffer looks at that crossing route. Quinn Burek. Owen Burek, I'm sorry. One of the Bureks there makes the catch there. Picks up, gets 10 of those back. Quinn Burek, sorry, wait, Owen Burek is helping coach in here. So that's going to do it here for the first quarter. Canfield with 2 early touchdowns has a 13-0 lead. We're going to take a quick break on your sports network.
Canfield Cardinals 13, Louisville Leopards 0. Please direct your attention to the scoreboard. We would like to acknowledge 80 Sports and congratulate them for their now 40 years of serving our community. Thank you, 80 Sports.
All right, we're back here.
Hey, while we got a moment, Mac, how about this new little screen that Rob set up for us here to show us the replays?
Big time here, the Thomas family press box. Rob talked a little bit. You go. He's has headphones on now, but Rob's got a replay monitor here.
Right in the booth.
Deb Precaria delivering us water.
I know, this is full service up
chairs
here tonight.
We got you covered.
Appreciate it.
Got to take care of my guys.
All right, so Louisville on a 2nd and 10 on Hall of Fame night, Rob.
Yes.
Or Frank, talk a little bit about who's our Hall of Famers for inductees for
Okay, so 3
2025.
Hall of Famers this year. I mean, really a strong class. Football-related, Matt Shuley. Nice play.
A little counter. Leopard's going to pick up about 5.
Matt Shuley, one of our Leopard football players from the early 2000s. First team All-Ohio as a senior and our sack season and career sack leader. Mackenzie Rankin, who was a track and field athlete and cross-country runner for Coach Versenko and myself, and Coach Muniak. She got in this year. She went on to run at Ohio University, where she was competed in the Maltese. She was a decathlete. Uh-oh. Oh, my.
Gabe Stouffer playing a wild scramble to avoid a big loss on 3rd down there. Leopard's got away with a little tug of the jersey there, but Gabe, he did a bootleg right into the blitz. And Gabe is a master of illusion and somehow Houdini'd himself out of that one. So it's 4th and 5 on the 25-yard line.
Yeah, I thought he was in trouble on that one, guys.
Gabe is definitely slippery, and that was a great athletic play, and that's one that doesn't show up in the box score.
Right.
And that's one thing, like I said, even the North Kent game where his box score was not good, you know, just because he's under heavy pressure, he saved a ton of big plays. So sometimes you see those hidden stats.
Snap it here.
Stouffer looking to his right. He's got a man on the out route. Quinn Burek makes the catch and moves the change. Great job by the senior pair.
I mean, this drive, we have converted 2 4th down plays. Just impressed with the poise of the Leopards here on this drive. Really, their first significant drive. Our first drive ended with a 1-play fumble. But back to the Hall of Famers. Our last Hall of Famer, real quick, was Rachel Bachman. Rachel, soccer player. I mean, anytime you lead the state in scoring, you're a pretty good soccer player. And I think right now she's 18th all-time in the state of Ohio.
Stouffer's got some room. He's going to get down to about the 8-yard line. They pick up about 7 or 8.
And we're hoping to have some of our Hall of Famers visit here in the second half so we can do a little interview.
Yeah, you know, some of them did some track duties for you.
Yeah, correct.
Mackenzie did.
Yep. Mackenzie and Rachel. Rachel ran early in her high school career, was a state qualifier and a real talented runner before she just decided to go all soccer.
Yeah, that's something to mention too to Leopard fans out there. You can, if you go on the Louisville website, you can find where you can nominate who you think's worthy. I mean,
Yeah,
obviously through the many years and decades in so many sports, sometimes not everyone gets recognized. So you can do that, fill out a form. Stouffer is going to get down to the 5, pick up the first down there. We have a lot of, you've seen the 2000s Hall of Famers, but some of you older that remember some of your players there that see them as well.
Talk about Hall of Famers, guys. Hannah Bachman, some of the records she has in soccer.
Yes. Not Hannah.
Rachel.
Rachel, sorry.
Hannah's a little sister.
Yep.
Who was a kicker for the Leopards.
She did.
Yeah.
She kicked for us, and she was darn good.
Yeah, sorry about that, Rachel.
So first and goal on the 5. I'm sure that's not the first time she's been called by her sister's name. I've been there, done that. Gabe Stouffer's got some room, and he's into the end zone.
Wow. What a great answer by the Leopards there. I mean, it was, you hate to put too much emphasis on an early first half, second quarter drive, but I'll tell you, the Leopards needed to answer that 13-point onslaught by the Cardinals, and they came out and they went the length of the field and stuck it in there. Great run by Gabe.
Parker Dom set to kick the extra point. Hold by Stouffer. Snap by Burek. The kick is right down the middle. So with 9:30 left here in the second quarter, the fireworks are off and the Leopards are on the scoreboard trailing 13-7. We're going to take a quick break on your sports network. All right, we're back in the Thomas family press box. Leopards on a 67-yard drive. Make that 77-yard drive.
Yeah, 77-yard drive.
Answer 2 early Canfield touchdowns with a big play, big drive that really pivots this game. Because they have a sloppy drive there, and Canfield's already put some big nails in the coffin.
Like we said, two fourth down conversions on that drive, which in high school football doesn't happen that often.
Riker Youngin's kick there, fielded to the outside, gets to the corner, and that's tackled there by trying to get a couple of those
DeMarzio, number 15, and number 22, Xavier Burdella.
There you go. So Canfield take over on the 28-yard line there. One thing there, too, I thought that was one of our better drives of the year. I thought we had a lot of good push. We had some good room to run. Yeah. Real nice pitch and catch. I was really impressed with that drive.
It was an impressive drive. I mean, really just the patience by Gabe on a couple of those throws, on a couple of those runs. That drive was essentially mostly Gabe, but we'll take it. Big drive to get back on the plus side of things here.
Trips the top of your screen there. Coca takes the snap. He's looking to the outside. He's got Encananis, who breaks the tackle. He's going to pick up about 20 yards there. AJ Encanamis.
Yeah. There's some tough names, on this Canfield roster. There are some tough names. I'm going to let Mac do most of the pronunciations tonight, and then I'm just going to giggle within my brain.
Economist, that's how it looks. They're very economic.
There's a lot of them.
At the end of the day, these first 2 drives by Canfield, now this one, we're not making tackles.
So give there to Benning, who's going to pick up there. Sean Bowling going to pick up about 7 there. And Canfield's been impressive, using a lot of play action, throwing the ball to keep Leopards on their heels, where, like you said, they've been a very run-heavy team in film study.
Yes, run-heavy. And again, we are not making we are tackling shoulder pads, Mac. And with these Canfield kids, and that's just not going to cut it. We got to go through hips. We got to go through legs. We have to get people down on the ground.
2nd and 5. Bowling stays in the backfield. Coca, play action, keeps it, tries to get the outside, hits the seam. He's going to pick up about 2 or 3. He really does a nice job of selling those fakes there that freezes the defender's feet.
Well, they run a lot of misdirection where they're doing some reads. He has the option to give the ball or keep it. and he's shaken up here a little bit. He did take a shot right there. But he does do a great job with ball fakes. It's very difficult to tackle a quarterback that takes care of the ball like that. Number 4 checking in for Canfield, Gabe Miller. Another 5'10", 200-pound kid.
Plays some linebacker. Coca. And give to Miller, and to the outside, Xavier Berdella makes the tackle. Colton Doherty finishes him off, and Cardinals going to lose one. It's going to make it 4th and 3. Great job of getting penetration by our safety there.
Well, it was great. I mean, you know, we ran a little safety blitz there off the corner. He closed real flat to the line of scrimmage and was able to get enough of a shoulder pad on him to hold him up, where the rest of the defensive line really came in and got him on the ground. Brings up a 4th down, Mac. Do you see them going for it here, or maybe trying to draw us offside?
I think they're definitely going for it here. Tyler Burek up front there. Xander McRoby, the ends there. Jake Baker. And I believe Jake Beard. I can't tell who's the end on top.
Yeah, Jake Beard.
Jake Beard there.
Trevor Burek there.
In a play action. Looking to get the tight end on the out. He's wide open. Nice tackle there by,
I believe that's Drake Wilson.
Undercutting him, but nice connection there, Lane and Sheena. That's got a little NFL play, right? So the play action, get the tight end out there in the flats, and easy pitch and catch.
Easy pitch and catch. You know, you line the tight end up opposite the play. He comes across the formation. You know, easy to lose him. And like you said, that's a great NFL goal line play.
Yeah,
that
just
works
give
all the
you
time.
just give you a preview. I think, you know, the Browns, our buddy Joe Flacco. Graybeard is going to be on the bench, but I think that's one thing that Dylan Gabriel is going to bring. You're going to see Stefanski likes to run a lot of play action. I think that'll fit Dylan Gabriel better than what Joe Flacco does. All right, get to the outside there. Gabe Miller bounce the outside, gets strung out. Real nice tackle there by Drake Wilson.
You know, Drake's not very big. He's kind of thin and wiry, but he does a great job of getting off perimeter blocking, and he is a solid tackler. He's not a big hitter, but like my coach said, I'd rather have a good tackler than a big hitter any day of the week. You just get him on the ground by any means necessary.
And Drake he's a get-her-done kind of kid. He's just a good athlete, gets things done. He was maybe one of the best defenders I've ever coached in basketball.
Oh, I 100% would agree. When he was in middle school, there was no better defender that I ever coached. And between the two of us, we probably have 45 years of middle school basketball coaching experience.
All right, Coca looking on the backside. He's got a screen. Bowling gets it to the outside. Slips through a tackle.
Going to be a hold
pick
there.
Up about 4 or 5, but yeah, nice job there. Anderson Candle, who kind of slowed the ball carrier down and was getting held at the time. So nice job by Anderson on that one. They're clearly getting held there. He makes the tackle.
Tackling the play made by number 4, Anderson.
So that's going to make it probably 2nd and 19 here.
Yeah.
So important for Louisville. Got some momentum with the nice touchdown drive on their last possession. Getting a stop here. Canfield scored on both their offensive possessions.
Really, you know, long sustained drives too, and you know this drive is, you know, looking like it's going to be the same. But obviously, you keep burying yourself with penalties here. I like the Leopards to get off the field here on 4th down, 2nd down right now, and what is it, 19?
Isaiah Bragg comes in. Jake Beard comes out. A little more athleticism out there. Leopards go to a 3-man front there. Got there on the corners, I believe, is Luke Seaman, and I'm not sure. Motion there. Canfield rolling to their right there. Looking up top there, and it's caught there. Number 12, Bryce Roberts.
Really good
50-50 catch.
Which, you're exactly right. It was a 50-50 catch. Drake Wilson in great coverage. I just feel like it's kind of overran the play by a step. Maybe didn't see the ball as clearly as number 12. Bryce saw it, but good play by the senior there.
Yeah, didn't get his head turned around sometimes. You know, we watch on TV and turn your head around. It's hard because you're running at full speed with a guy jockeying for position, and he can see where the ball is, so he can react where you're trying to keep him from getting behind you. So Canfield once again dodges trouble. It's another 1st and 10. That's been the kryptonite of the Leopard defense so far, not being able to get off the field when they had Canfield in the hole. So Coca. And we got a penalty, a little false start there.
False start. Just Canfield had some difficulty getting they didn't huddle that play. They just kind of went to the line of scrimmage and tried to go fast, and I think a couple players didn't get the play there.
4:12 here remaining in the first quarter. Canfield scored on the first 2 drives. Louisville, first drive, 67 yards on the first play, but a fumble ended that drive on the pitch and catch. And Canfield answered with a 98-yard drive to go up 13-0. Louisville followed with a 67-yard touchdown drive. Get the Bowling on the outside. Doherty strings him out there. Bowling makes a nice cut. He's going to pick up about 4 or 5. It looks like he's going to lose a few.
Real nice cutback by Bowling. I mean, that's an example of a kid that has been in the weight room. He just, powerful, puts his shoulder down there and gets it done.
Yeah, that's what looking out there. We got a lot of juniors on the field. And that's for just that, especially for seniors, of that extra year in the weight room. Be whether
directly behind the home team bench at the 50-yard line. The Booster Club thanks you for your support.
There we go. All right, 2nd and 11 there. Coca rolling to his right. Gets turned up there. He's got isolated man on the outside. Incomplete. It's Frank Grimm. Getting bloodied up here.
Bloody. I don't know what happened.
It's Friday night, buddy.
It's Friday night. Got a little cut on the arm somehow.
Yeah, you don't see that much anymore. You just get some blood on your jersey, on your pants.
Like,
definitely get the dirt and the grass stains.
When we had blood on our uniforms, you played right through it, and then you didn't wash it for 2 weeks
kind of
because
proud of it
you wanted everybody to have an opportunity to see it. Nowadays, all the moms get concerned that
no Tide sticks are needed anymore. All right, 3rd and 11 here. 3:08. Canfield's got. Coca's going to keep it. He's got some room. Green grass. He's going to skinny through the hole. He's going to pick up about 6, make it 4 and 5.
Canfield has a good kicker. I was watching him in warm-ups. He's good from about 40, 42, and it's looking like they're going to kick it here.
All right, so in comes the field goal crew. NFL-wise, what do you think? I'm ready to narrow the goalpost a few feet.
Narrow it?
Narrow. It's too easy. Too many guys are making. I mean, a 55-yarder, and it's like a no-brainer now. Unless you're the Browns, of course. But
well, I mean, he kicked a 60-yarder 2 weeks ago.
55-yarder, but all right. Luke Goodrich is blocked.
Stay away. Wow.
And Leopards.
I'm not sure who blocked it. Maybe we can catch that on the replay here.
Watch him here. YSN replay. Up the middle.
Trevor Burek, right up the middle.
This big mitt out there. Takes 3 points off the board. Trevor, of course, last year put 6 points on the board with a rumbling
interception, pick 6.
60-plus yard pick 6, where he outran pretty much everybody. Trevor getting a lot of Division I offers, or center.
Yeah, I think he's got 5 or 6 at this point.
So Leopards take over on their own 20-yard line. 2:18 left here, 13-7. In a battle between future All-American Conference members. Lewis will be joining in sports next year. I think football's not for 2 years.
Correct.
Stouffer, plenty of time. Look to go up stop. There's coverage there, but some bumping. And they're going to call a late interference call.
Okay. If you say so, I
thought Roberts, there was definitely some bumping. He did a good job of putting his hands up late to sell his non-contact, but he's definitely slowed him down there. And I'll tell you, in high school, pass interference, it's kind of grab bag what the ref's going to call.
Right. I mean, we'll take the penalty yardage, but it was, it's a little bit of a questionable call, but.
Yeah. They're talking over. If they're talking, if it's, I can't think you can call it uncatchable.
I don't think that's a rule in high school.
I don't think, So whether they want to call it holding or interference, maybe that was a difference of 5 yards.
Yeah, it is. I think we're getting an explanation here. Oh. So there's 2 penalties. There was a pass interference penalty and a roughing the passer penalty. We chose to take the roughing the passer penalty, which is 15 yards.
There we go. So leaving his flag back there. So Louisville 2:11. Clock will stop with the incomplete pass there. Ball on the 35-yard line. We'll get the halftime stats. Compliments of Mike Burke. Stay tuned for the halftime show for the Canfield band with some loud, crisp sounds. And of course, we know the pride of Louisville always brings it. Here, be ready for the guillotine, the world famous guillotine.
Football fans.
What is the world famous guillotine? What am I missing?
Frank, new to Louisville, that's where they do at the final song where they half go down, they chop, put the little arm chop where they go down and the band ducks, half the band ducks and half the band chops their arm to the side.
Mac, I spent a lot of time in football locker rooms. I had no idea. I've been here 28 years. I had no idea that was a thing.
All right, Frank's going to watch it. People come from all around. They talk about the guillotine. Louisville, of course, some pronounce Louisville, which is a French pronunciation or Southern pronunciation.
Right. Well, I'm from Kentucky.
There you go. Louisville, right?
Well, it's Louisville. It's one of my favorite jokes. Mac, what's the capital of Kentucky? Is it Louisville or Louisville?
And it is Lexington.
It's Frankfurt.
Frank Grimm.
Correct.
I think sometimes we hear that, get that a little bit after Frank has Taco Bell or Frankfurt. There you go. Can that one. That's being a cheesy 33-year middle school teacher.
Yes, it is.
All right. So Louisville finally takes here on the ball on the 35-yard line. I don't know what was the call there. We burned a timeout, I think.
I'm not sure. I don't think. What do we got here for timeouts? We got 2 timeouts. They have 3. No, that wasn't a timeout there.
Early 2-minute warning timeout there, which doesn't exist in high school there. Trevor Burek set to snap it. Go to empty set. Looking at a screen, cross screen there to Seaman. He's going to squirt forward and pick up the first down.
Great play call by Coach Burek. Great play call. You got heavy rushers up front, little slip screen underneath. Great secondary blocking by the defense, by the offensive line on the linebackers, and we scored it up there. We're at midfield.
Just under 2 minutes left here in the first half. Massimo Roberts and Aiden Norris are our tackles here tonight. There's Zach McRoby and Max Morari protected from the guard position. Stowe for a lot of position, throws to the outside, makes a nice scrambling pitch and catch to Luke Seaman, who picks up 1 there. Great job throwing against his body.
Yeah, really. Rolling to the left, throwing across your body. He had some zip on that ball.
Yeah, last night Matthew Stafford made one where he kind of rolled. He did a spin move there in overtime and threw about a 40-yard connection. That was a phenomenal play. Unfortunately, they didn't score on that. But Gabe's been using a lot of that little X move. What is that on the Xbox remote? Is that X, XX, double X?
I'm an Atari guy. I'm not sure what Xbox is.
Come on, Tecmo Bowl there. Looks like another screen there.
Don't take a sack.
Playing a little Fran Tarkington there, and he's going to get pressured, and I think they're hopefully
incomplete.
I think they're going to call it a fumble there, so that's going to be a big loss.
They're calling it a fumble or incomplete?
Yeah, they're calling it a fumble there, so that's going to be a loss of about 12. That's going to make it 3rd and about 22 or so.
I'm surprised by that. I thought his arm was
that's the hard part. He was thrown against his body, so he had to turn around and got contact as he got that. So 1:31 left. Leopards in a big hole here. 3rd down there. Nice pressure by the Cardinals. Looked like that was going to be a screen or either a sieve there. Jake Baker comes off. Anderson Candle on. We'll have, I believe, Louisville girls soccer tomorrow. Action on YSN here. So Leopards in an empty set there. Throw a little nice high catch there by Owen DeMarzio and pick up a few there on a little stick route. Canfield, I believe, is going to call timeout here.
Bringing up
24 left. Louisville will be punting here on a 4th and 15. Louisville at 5-1 here, sitting at 6th place, I believe, on the playoff standings here. Right now, Canal Winchester is at number 1, Ashland number 2. Big Walnuts from Sunbury, which is around Columbus, right?
Yes, it is. Yep.
All right, number 3 there, Worthington Kilburn, another Columbus school, number 4, tied with the Hoover Vikings. The Sales, another Columbus team, is at number 6, and the Leopards come in at number 7 with 11.2 points. Highest is at 13.9 Canfield. So this, to be honest, would get Louisville right near the top if they can pull this out tonight.
According to Jared Heller, who does a fantastic job running Leopard Nation for us, chatting with Jared before the game, he told us that with the Leopard win tonight, we would have a 95% chance of hosting a playoff game if we win tonight. Now,
Yeah, right now we got wins over 3-3 New Philly, for 5-1 Alliance, 3-2 Northwest, 3-3 Marlington, and 0-6 Central. So that's really a pretty good resume there to get your playoff points there. Stouffer kicks a nice long end over end, checks up unfortunately, and this is one of the few times where Gabe does not get a roll, but gets off about a nice 37-yard punt. So Canfield take over, 1:13 left here. Yeah, after Louisville, number 7, Westerville South at number 8. Massillon, Washington. You ever heard of that team there?
Yeah.
All right, Washington.
What are they? They're 9.
Number 9. They're
What's
only
their
sitting
record?
at 3-3 there as they play all outside. They don't play much inside of Ohio.
Well,
there.
they don't. That's their fault.
12 teams get in this year. Tees Valley is at number 10, Mount Vernon at number 11, and Perry Panthers at number 12. They're 4-2. So there's a pretty good, impressive roster of teams there. St. Charles, Columbus St. Charles is right off that there. So Louisville looking to make their return to the playoffs for the first time since, I believe, 2017, somewhere in there.
2017, I believe.
And they're definitely going to have to probably get one more win. They play Worcester week 10. Worcester, I believe, is still 0-for.
They are.
So you got Canfield, you got Green, and you got LaSalle the next 3 weeks. This will be a huge one. Coca, plenty of time. Poised himself, pop it. He's going to scramble now, getting pressured by Isaiah Bragg, and
oh no,
he makes. They're going to give him the catch there. He got airborne. Must have just had his feet in there. Nice pitch and catch there.
Number
Grabbed
7
there by AJ Economus, and that was a great scramble drill. You talked about the receivers just on that scramble drill. Get to the quarterback, give him a target. Great job getting his toes in. 1:03 left. I'm really impressed with Coca's passing skills. We're right by the Canfield coaches. They're smiling on that play there. Empty set here. Coca looking at the seam route to his tight end, who's going to pick up about 18 there, Shina.
Well, we got an injury here.
And we have, I'm trying to see who's down there. Can't afford line injuries. Any injury you can't afford there.
I think that's, boy, it's hard to see. I think that's Xander McCroby, number 52.
Economist there, they say there. I was getting. Oh. So, 57 seconds left. And in honor of the number 57, shout out to Mark Davis, who is now with his Lord and Savior. He was honored. Mark passed away 2 Saturdays ago. Actually, he caught his last Leopard game. I know father of Troy Davis, former Leopard football coach. Mark is a long time Louisville football fan. Always caught pretty much every game.
Yes.
And great man, great hard worker, and they honored him tonight on the scoreboard. I believe they have some stickers on the helmets to honor him as well. Well, he's a very enthusiastic guy and has a great legacy left there with his family, especially Troy and his family, Tammy, his wife, and Tyler, former football player, Tori, former majorette. So prayers with that family, and obviously saddest losing their patriarch, but he's a man that left a nice legacy with the family.
Yep, and we know where he is today.
Amen to that. And Frank and I both were fortunate to have very strong fathers that left their own legacy in different ways, and they definitely men that built their foundation on the Lord.
That is 100% correct. I don't know where I would be without my father, the influence that he had on my family.
Great man, great influence on a lot of people.
Same with Andy.
AAA, Andrew Anthony Aljancic. All right, so Coca. He's got the classic curl route. Really his first off-target pass all night. He's been on the money there.
He has been.
Couldn't make a connection there.
Coca's not exceptionally tall. They have him listed at 5'9". But I tell you, he's got some zip on the ball, and he is a good-looking athlete.
5'9", 160, but he looks a little thicker than that. Maybe that's a little rib pads there, protect him there. Quarterback's good friend. 2nd and 10, 40 seconds left here in that first half there. Coca's going to run the out route there, a little flare route screen. He's got plenty of room there, one man to beat. And Joey Panunzio takes it in for the touchdown. 45 yards, and Canfield stretch it out to a 2-score lead again.
That's just, man, you hate to see that right before half. Just really a little flare pass, and we read it defensively. We read it perfectly. We had everyone running to the ball, but Joey just put his foot in the ground, cut it back, and there was nobody backside to tackle him. He just had an easy path to the end zone with a touchdown with 29 seconds left. Dang it.
And that's a matter, just, not that Louisville is low on that, but that's a matter of just playing every play to every second, because you know where that backside run lanes, you never know when that's going to come into play. And Panunzio makes a great play and gets a chance to put Canfield up 20-7. They pound it through, and with 29 seconds left, the Cardinals regain the momentum in a 20-7 lead. Now if we're able to pull that one up on replay, checking with our board operators there, but we'll see if we can show that at home.
Just an example of just defensive pursuit, just running by the play. I think they did everything correctly, but you got to make sure that you don't get cut back on. And Joey made a good cut back there, and there was nobody home. Nobody home to make a tackle.
All right, so Louisville with 29 seconds. They'll get the second half kickoff, so maybe a chance to make something happen. Tough one here, but Louisville trying to weather that storm. And that's a big one there, big thunder and lightning. Canfield, real nice drive there to wrap up the half for them.
Well, Canfield played everything correct there on the last Leopard drive. They got it the fourth down. They called a timeout, saved a lot of time, was able to get the ball back, and you call a timeout to get possession and save some time, and they executed well to go up 20-7 here.
There you go. So,
while we got a minute, I'd like to make a little shout out to my former work mother, Barb Jeffries, has sent me a text. She's at home listening.
All
with
right,
Bill.
Barb. Mrs. Jeffries, a Hall of Fame teacher. I always say, well, the favorite thing, Barb, I met your nephew at the dentist here a few weeks ago.
Oh, yeah.
Down in Magnolia, down in Sandy Valley area. But I told him one of my favorite stories is, Barb taught 7th grade at Louisville for a long time. Used to teach at Armstrong before becoming a mom. But I tell the kids in class, I said, you know what, I really like all of you guys, but Mrs. Jeffrey loves you. And she loved her kids.
She did. She was a fantastic teacher. She's one hell of a baker. I mean, the woman's amazing in the kitchen. But more importantly, you remember her pie days that she would always have?
Yes, 3.14. She makes pies, brings pies.
Brings pies, yeah.
I would bring something too.
I would eat them.
I went for Fruit Loops, a little bigger than Cheerios, but they're round, they're circles, same difference, right? But yeah, the kids were a little disappointed after getting pies in 7th grade.
True.
Not quite as Amish deliciousness. But Barb, thanks for letting us know you're out there. God bless you.
Yep. Love you, Barb.
Appreciate all you've given to our community and our schools and our students. All right, getting a football there in the end zone. Emery Duvall picks that up there. Future Leopard player there. Stouffer, plenty of time. Nice read there. Dumps it off to DiMarzio, who's going to get out of bounds. Takes a look. Actually going to keep it running because he got knocked backwards there. 19 seconds there. Louisville does have 2 timeouts.
Yeah, that headset's coming off. I think we're...
Nice job. Gabe does a nice job. He'll look to his second and third receiver, so he does a good job of that. And that's also a compliment to the line, good protection where he can do that. So clock's going to tick off here to end the first half. The Cardinals, 2 early touchdowns, and a late second quarter touchdown are going to go into the locker rooms up 20-7. Stay tuned for the band show and for some halftime stats and scores. This is Mac Aljancic and Frank Grimm. Well, you're watching your sports network.
Tonight, the Cardinal Pride takes you on a journey to the far-out reaches of space and music as we explore Mars. Bruno Mars. The 2025 edition of the Cardinal Pride Marching Band is under the field command of Junior Drum Major Allison Whippo and Senior Drum Major Evan Lenko. We begin our show this evening with a performance of the 2016 lead single from the album of the same name. Here is 24 Karat Magic. Next, the Cardinal Pride takes you all the way back to 2012. While NASA was busy landing the Curiosity rover on Mars, Bruno Mars was busy landing his next big single from his second studio album, Unorthodox Jukebox. We hope you enjoy kicking it to Locked Out of Heaven. Our trip to Mars comes to a close, and while in 2013 NASA was hard at work discovering ancient signs of life, Bruno Mars was busy discovering he had another big hit on his hands. The Cardinal Pride closes its show tonight with Bruno Mars' iconic 2013 hit, Treasure. gentlemen, the Cardinal Pride Marching Band. On behalf of the band, I'm Jerry Ricciuti, the voice of the Cardinal Pride, and we thank you, our audience this evening, for all your enthusiastic support, and go Cards! Ladies and gentlemen, the Louisville High School Marching Band. The band is under the direction of Mr. Christopher Bleininger, assisted by Mrs. Abigail Markowitz, Mr. Jonas Piskach, and student teacher Mr. Patrick Burse. The color guard is advised by Mrs. Sarah Philo and Miss Carrie Ann Hardman. Percussion instructor is Mr. Justin Severance. The band is led on the field by drum majors Paige Gill and Cadence Royer. The opening number of this evening's halftime show is the ballad from our competition show. Our show this season is titled Medusa, featuring Kaylee Burrows on flute and Logan Demos on alto saxophone. We would like to perform for you Movement 2, My Immortal. Next, we'd like to play a #1 single that was released in 1987. We hope you enjoy Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give You Up. Ladies and gentlemen, the pride of Louisville. Congratulations.
All right, 20-7. Luke Goodrich set the kickoff. High in the air, into the end zone. The Leopards are going to take it at the 20-yard line. What would you like? Would you like them to return that one there, Frank, or you like?
I don't know. I'm okay with the field position.
Well, I guess the question is, you okay with the 20-yard field position, or you want to return it out? I'd be honest, I'd rather return it in high school.
Yeah, probably in high school. But I mean, either way, I'm okay with it.
It's amazing how many kicks we do see go in the end zone now. A lot of good kickers.
Oh, I mean, when we were coaching and or playing, I can't.
I mean, that was
it was a rare treat when a kicker could put one in the end zone. But like you said, football's evolving, kicking is evolving. I mean, you see what the NFL's doing. How many?
Yeah, and I also say kicking off turf. That's probably 5-10 yards. You get your sure footing, you clean swing through there. All right. Give up the gut to DiMarzio, who's going to push forward for about 2 yards there. As the Leopards trail 27, Canfield scored on a couple of early touchdowns in the first quarter. The Leopards, their first play of the game, hit a big pass, but unfortunately it ended in a fumble after a 67-yard pass. Canfield, touchdown to score, recovered the fumble, and then routed off a 98-yard touchdown. Leopards with a nice answer with a nice 70-yard touchdown drive. got by a Gabe Stouffer run, but then right at the end of the half, Canfield tacked on a touchdown, and we have it 20-7. Stouffer up the gut again there. This is probably the first time we've seen the whole game where Louisville's handed off two plays in a row.
Yeah, it's DiMarzio, and like you said at halftime, DiMarzio only had one carry, in the first half, which generally hasn't been our MO. We've been pretty consistent, even between run pass. I think here a lot of games, but
yeah, I didn't see the last game. So Owen Wilson out with injury there. Do we have a second back? I wasn't at the last game there. I know.
I believe Caden Cordes came in for a couple plays, but he didn't have a touch. So basically, it was a heavy dose of Gabe and DiMarzio last week at the running the ball.
All right, so Louisville in a power formation, 3rd and 3. Counter look there. Stouffer's got some room to the outside. Breaks through. He's going to pick up the first down and more. Picks up about 8. Really nice action there.
Real nice action. And we pulled 2 guards, ran a little quarterback counter action. He faked the ball going left on the jet sweep. Got behind our offensive guards, made a real nice cut, got north and south, and punched it up in there for a first down. Great play call and great patience by Gabe on that run.
Colt Norris checks back in for Louisville, right in front of his his younger brother, Aiden Norris. There, Aiden's got him by about 5 inches and about 120 pounds there.
120 pounds.
Shout out to their father, Mike Norris, former Leopard legend. Give up the gut to DiMarzio. Really nice explosiveness there, and he's going to pick close to the first down there. Wow, I'm going to say that's one of the most impressive runs I've seen by Owen. We've been announcing here for 3 years. He really hit that hole hard and was.
He did. He hit that hole hard, and he ran through a kid who is currently on the ground. And I tell you what, that's hard north-south running in high school football. Really equals production. And Owen saw a crease. He got it north-south, put his shoulder down, and ran it up in there for hard yardage.
Yeah, he gave kind of a little Le'Veon Bell, kind of a little stutter step, and then he was a little top-thrill dragster through that hole there.
Mm-hmm.
So
pretty good burst. Yeah, injured Canfield Cardinal on the turf here.
Who's our guys up front on the offensive line? They've been doing a nice job today.
Up front, I believe, from left to right, we're starting number 51, Massimo Roberts at left tackle. Number 52, Xander McCroby at left guard. Trevor Bureks, our center. He's number 54. And our right guard is Maximus Morari, number 57. And our right tackle is number 73, Aiden Norris.
Very young group there. Got 2 sophomores, 2 juniors. The senior, Massimo Roberts, filling in for another sophomore, Joe Banks.
Yep.
He's out with the knee issues. It looks like right now that's their running back, I think.
Number 13.
Joey Panunzio.
Yep. Not sure exactly what happened. I believe there was some heavy contact there at the end of that play, and I think Mr. Panunzio took the worst of it.
So we're going to take a real quick break on your sports network. All right. We are back at Louisville Stadium. 9:42 left here in the third quarter. Leopards opening drive. Give to DiMarzio. Another explosive burst up the middle. He's going to move those chains really close the first time. I think I'm going to be 2nd and short there. As DiMarzio back-to-back plays. Definitely some Italian flavor in the backfield there for the Leopards. DiMarzio.
Yep. I mean, he easily could be on the Canfield roster with a name like DiMarzio.
Like we said, Panunzio out. He walked off under his own power. Hopefully we'll see him back there. We were just talking Enzo Coca, the quarterback. That's Coca's Pizza. Sometimes you'll see the commercials for ISN. So DiMarzio picks up the first down. What's Grimm? What's your nationality there?
German.
German.
Yep, Grimm brother fairy tales. Jacob and Wilhelm Grimm.
All right.
Descendants of mine.
Wilhelm or Wilhelm? How did you say that?
Wilhelm.
Wilhelm. You have some German in me there.
And my mom's family also came from Germany. They're Van Drollingers.
Oh, wow, there's definitely...
Yeah, that's a German name.
I think they killed vampires, right? Van Helsing right there?
Yes, correct.
All right, first down there. Leopards twins the top of your field. Jake Baker in the slot there. Stouffer's got some room there. He's going to pick up about 5 there.
Kind of felt like Gabe missed a little gap to the left. Did you see that, Mac?
Had a little cutback, definitely a lane there, but sometimes it's hard to see a lot of traffic. You don't see it.
Yeah,
it's easy
true.
when you're
up here.
in the jungle. Aljancic is Slovenian.
Mm-hmm.
Then the Klebecks, as some of you remember, they're Tom and Mike Klebeck, a couple of great runners for Louisville in the 60s. Joni's my mom, that's Polish, and then I get some Metzger blood, which is a little French and German. So
of course, Uncle Tom's numbers unofficially retired here.
He was retired, back in the day, they would do a 4-year retirement, number 41 there. Shout out to Uncle Tom there, and give DeMarzio another big run there, number 15. Tom Klebeck having a little health issue this week. Good to see him kind of back, start hitting in the right direction there. And surgery on his shoulder there. Former Louisville teacher, so some of you probably Leopards remember a lot of you had him. Taught for about 30 years.
Where did he play ball at in college?
He played in Cincinnati. Actually, I was talking to him, I saw him a few weeks ago, and he said you'd appreciate there. He's playing, so freshmen, they played varsity. Played JV, played a guy from Kentucky. He got a concussion the 1 week. He complained he had an old equipment manager that he wanted a bar on his face mask. I mean, back then those face masks were pretty worthless. But he wanted a bar to protect his face, and the old manager's like, yeah, you're all right. You know how some of those old guys are. Got drilled, took a concussion. They kind of like, yeah, you're all right. They played the next week. He played in Kentucky, and somebody that ended up being an All-American, playing in the NFL just belled him right across the net. Just totally wrecked his nose, and he had a big concussion. And when he saw the doctor, they said, that's it. Your career's unfortunately over. So
that was
concussions,
it, huh?
yeah. So, but he did end up playing baseball at Cincinnati. He was an all-league player out there. So for the Bearcats, I'm sure they ran into your dad's Marshall.
Yeah, probably ran into Dad at Marshall.
Your dad would. Well, that was right. When he would. What years was that, Marshall?
He was captain of the '68 team his junior year. Senior year was 69, 70. Flight was the airplane that crashed was 70, 71.
Stouffer wisely throws it away, and nobody in the area. I don't know. We don't have the out of the pocket, but nothing there. Letting that go. Yeah, Tom actually Klebeck remembered that 1970 senior. He was playing baseball, and that was when the Kent State shootings were.
Right. Yeah.
So they cleared the campus everywhere. Cleared in Cincinnati. You had the option as a senior. You could just take a passing grade or take the grade you're at. They did finals, so that he was a very strong academics for the Klebecks, but he took the passing grade,
and rightfully so. That's exactly what I would have done.
All right, so 3rd and 8 here. Probably get back to Leopard football here. Stouffer takes the snap, sits in the pocket. Look, we have a screen set up wide open there. Anderson Candle inside the 20. Inside the 10, keeps running there. He's going to be all the way down to the 8-yard line. Great play there by Candle and the line in front of him. A nice job by Gabe Stouffer delivering it.
Tell you what, a little new wrinkle in the Leopard offense here in week 6. We haven't seen the screen game like we've been seeing here tonight, but you get some hard chargers up front defensively for Canfield, and we've run successfully some of those little wide receiver screens. That was a tight end screen to Anderson, and man, he really got behind his blockers and punched it up there. I like that new wrinkle in the offense.
Yeah, I really like kind of the offensive ball. I think they came into the season, you have some big linemen just want to establish that run game, balance out with complement the defense, which is physical. But I think we have a lot of weapons there, and we're really using them well tonight. Very impressed with the offense so far. Hoping to add to that 7 points there. Stouffer gives it to DeMarzio, and
nothing cooking there.
Nothing doing there. Going to lose 3 there. Make it 2nd and goal from the 10.
It's a real nice play, I believe. Number 86, Landon Shina, 6'3", 225-pound defensive lineman, really gobbled that up.
It's kind of talking old school football. It's neat. Some of you probably see with Leopard Nation, sometimes Jared Heller puts on Facebook some of the old replays from previous games, just how different the game was back in the 60s and 70s. A lot of tight, almost wing tee-ish there. I think Louisville used to run an unbalanced kind of, and some veer option and stuff like that. So Stouffer, 2nd down, feeling some pressure, scrambles to his right. He's got a man open, just a little bit behind him, intended for Quinn Burek. He's going to make it 3rd and 10.
Man, I tell you that. Just a little bit behind. I think that was Anderson Candle.
I think it was Luke Seaman, number 0.
Was it there. 0? Luke played just a little bit behind, thrown behind. But if you'd have let him, Mac, it would have been a difficult play right there on the sideline. But just, again, an example of Gabe. We've talked about this before. An example of Gabe just doing something with his legs to extend a play and almost making it happen.
Yeah, definitely a tight window, though. So 3rd and 10, 4:47. You got to imagine this is 4 down, Terry, for Louisville, down 13 here, 20-7. Stoffer trips to the bottom of your screen. Takes a pass, got some pressure, hits the guy across, and DiMarzio breaks a tackle to the 5. Touchdown, Leopards! Owen DiMarzio. Here's the replay, breaks one tackle and uses his speed to make it to the pylon. The Leopards are down to 20-13 there now.
Just completely impressed with DiMarzio on this drive, running hard north and south, running through a tackle right there that would have really, probably would have ended the drive, but extends it, gets to the pylon, sneaks it in for the Leopard touchdown.
Parker Dom splits the uprights, and with 4:39 left, it's the Cardinals 20. The Leopards 14. You're watching your Sports Network. All right. The Louisville Leopards open the scoring in the second half. I believe that was that, right? We had the ball to hold. Was there?
No.
We had one drive there.
Yeah, we received the kickoff.
Yeah,
and
that
we
was
took
it there.
Well, I think that's best case scenario, Mac, when you can receive the opening kickoff of the second half, down 2 touchdowns, and go down and score to give you momentum here.
7-minute, 21-second drive. I'm going to guess maybe the longest time-wise for the Louisville season. Riker Youngin, this freshman, hits a squib kick to the 22-yard line. Some nice tackles there at the bottom of the pile. It looks like it was Luke Seaman there.
Seaman. Luke doesn't come off the field much, does he, Mac?
No, he does
not. Starts on offense, starts on defense, plays on special teams.
Dominic Collier helping out there. Youngster there. Shout out to Zach Seaman, who texted us.
Yeah,
he reminded us that Louisville's last playoff appearance, 2021,
which, if you remember, everyone got a playoff game in 2021. That was a COVID year. So, of course, nothing gets by Zach. We don't want to.
I have to question Zach. That was probably 2020, right, Zach? Yeah, help us out, because COVID was 2020, right?
Yeah. Football season was 2019. COVID was 2020, and then the 2021. Yeah, it would have been close.
I'm going to have to check that. Spring of 2020 was COVID. Fall would have been the football. But either way, Zach's always on the spot there.
Zach, yeah, we don't want to take away that important Notre Dame Cathedral Latin playoff loss that we happened to be coaching. I was Zach's coach that year, and I don't remember much of a chance that particular
Zach
playoff game.
Zach is senior receiver for Washington and Jefferson.
Yes.
There's been a pipeline of Louisville football players there.
It has been.
Zach Adam, or sorry.
Colton Jones.
Colton Jones there, and Adams. I'm totally drawing a blank. What's her first name?
Jake.
Jake Adams. I said Jack. There you go.
Cole
Jake
Weston
Adams.
played there.
Yep, there. Not Doug Shook. Andy Shook long ago.
Pick it.
Great pitch and catch there as Matthew Campbell receives it from Enzo Coca.
That was a great athletic play by number 2.
Rolling
Matthew
against
Campbell.
his body there.
5'11", 185
right on the spot
sophomore.
there, and sometimes you just make good plays. Great plays.
It was a great throw. I mean, it was a great throw. Colton, I thought, had a chance to maybe bat it down and get an interception, but he was just a hair late.
Shine in the backfield, shifts in. They're going to run a slip screen there. Got some space. Nice job hanging on there by Seaman. And I couldn't see who quite finished him off.
Doherty finished it up. This little number 7 for
AJ Economist.
He's a 5'7", 135-pound sophomore. He's explosive. He's got some speed now.
Yeah, that's a tough tackle in space, especially in the days of turf and grass. You're kind of a little slower, a little slipperier footing, but great job of hanging on. Wasn't pretty. Canfield, a little power action there. Going to give there to Panunzio. Good to see him back out there. He's shaken with an injury early this quarter there. Going to pick up the first down. Somebody lost their helmet there. Trevor Burek showing off his locks there. He's going to take a break for a play or two there. In comes number 73, Aiden Norris, wearing the number of Joe Thomas and Doug Deacon. Any 73s in the Steeler era?
I mean, nothing of significance that I can remember.
All right. Coca here. And I'll tell you there in a second there, I saw a video clip where a pretty prominent Hollywood actor grew up in Pittsburgh. He could rattle off any number.
I watched that. That was on the Eisen show, correct?
Yes.
I forget who that
Name
was.
the actor. One of my favorites there.
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan is one of my favorites. Morgan came to fame. What was his big break in show business, you know?
I mean, I remember
Children's
him
show from the 70s.
Oh, Sesame Street?
He was after Sesame Street. It was the show that they show after it. Spider-Man.
Oh.
Electric Company.
Electric
Company. I think he was Easy Reader or something like that. Anyways, Paul Rudd was the guy who knew all the Steelers.
He could rattle them off. Impressive.
You're dating us with them.
Yeah, you remember Electric Company, right?
I remember.
In my highlight, they'd have Spider-Man, little Spider-Man skits.
For like 10 seconds.
Yes. The pickings were slim back then. Coca gives to Panunzio. And he's down about the 12-yard line there. A little extracurricular activity by the big boys up front there.
Yeah, a little pushing and shoving. All right.
Up front for the Leopards right now is, I believe, Jack Beard at the end. Ada Norris in the middle, along with
Xander
McRoberry. Isaiah Bragg is actually playing outside backer. They're in a three-man front right now. You'll see him come in when we go from a four-down lineman to three there. Caden Kors playing outside backer. Inside is Anderson Candle and Colton Doherty. That's your front seven there. Motion there. Low snap there. And Coca's going to keep it. And there's a big skirmish in the middle there. A little rugby pile. You ever do any rugby in your day, Frank?
No. I don't think we had rugby when I was little. Did we?
In college? Was there any Mount Union there?
No, we weren't
had
allowed.
some rugby.
I mean, we had to beg Coach Karras to allow us to play intramural basketball over the winter. He wouldn't let us do anything except lift.
Yeah, lifting's overrated for Muskingum.
Well, that's why we beat you every year, I think.
All right. We were ahead at halftime my senior year. And then when that Ballard guy came back from injury. So
yeah.
That's all I can hang my hat on there. Third down there. Coca getting some pressure. Throws across. Throws incomplete there. So it's going to make it 4th and 6 there. Yeah, Frank, we were breathing the same air that day down in
we were.
New Concord, Ohio in 1992.
Yeah, that we were. Did you have an interception that game?
I got a concussion, and then I broke up. I caused an interception. I don't remember it, unfortunately, concussion. Those are the days when they're a little looser on concussion protocols.
Remember one of our, we had a huge tight end. His name was Andrew Collins. We called him Ship because he was 6'3", 260 pounds and played tight end. And
one year, I think the year before, he hurdled one of our DBs. I can remember that.
Ship was an athletic dude.
All right. Luke Goodrich. Maybe the great-grandson of Gail Goodrich for the kick from 38 yards, and it is through. So 11 seconds left here in the third quarter. Canfield breaks it out to a 9-point lead. Got the chance to talk to halftime to Steve Dorshuk, the bellwether journalist for Stark County, been writing for probably 50 years now. And having you catch on in the repository, he's writing the Coach of the Year series where he's interviewed a bunch of coaches, past and present. I haven't seen any Leopard coaches yet there. Tom McDaniels was a recent one. Jeff Durbin was a really interesting one from Lane. Keith Wakefield. Brian Baum, the North Canton.
Yeah, Brian Baum, actually, I found that one interesting with his military background. And
I think he enlisted right after 9/11. I can't remember.
I believe that's what it said.
You know, Lowell Kleinfelder. I think he took some classes with Woody Hayes. I can't remember if that's him or Jeff Durbin or both.
I thought it was Lowell Kleinfelder that had the coaching class at Ohio State with Woody Hayes. Could you imagine being able to enroll in an introduction to coaching class, and Woodrow Hayes is your professor?
And he, from what I've read, he loved to teach. He was a huge history buff, and he took it serious. And great admirer, I think, of General Patton.
How many Division I coaches right now are teaching a class on campus?
Yeah, I think Jim Tressel taught some of it. He did some, but I don't think too many are doing. But I'm pretty sure Coach Tressel did. By the way, Coach Tressel, we're doing, I don't know, that's through Fuel. Frank, we had the Fuel Up to Play 16. I talked real briefly, remind people of what we did tonight, what you did, you and Josette Folk.
Yeah, I mean, really, Josette Folk is our advisor for NFL Fuel Up to Play 60 program in conjunction with the Cleveland Browns and the American Dairy Association. What we did every year, we pick a home game and we have a tailgate party outside where we shut down the street. Our Fuel Up to Play 60 student ambassadors put on an activity. We give away prizes. We have stations that we have, agility stations. And really the premise is, the Center for Disease Control says that if you want to be physically healthy, you should be playing 60 minutes a day, preferably outside 7 days a week. And that's really kind of what we're promoting. We had a great turnout today. We gave away a lot of prizes, a lot of food. We always have great support from our community. We appreciate Berry Cheese for donating. We appreciate the IGA for donating. We had some local businesses there as well. We really appreciate everyone's support.
Hey, in 1982 called it once its grocery store back. I think that's Giant Eagle nowadays.
What did I call it?
You called it the IGA, which was
IGA?
the staple of Louisville commerce for many decades. That's going to put 3/4 in the books. The Leopards trail the Cardinals 23-14. We're going to take a quick break on your Sports Net. All right, we're back at Louisville Stadium. Start of the fourth quarter. Leopards trailing 23-14. A big 3rd and 8 play for Louisville there. Zach Seaman did correct. Zach was always the best scorekeeper I ever had when I was coaching. He keeps score. He's a great player, a great defender there, but I always did drills keeping score. Zach always knew the score, but he did admit it was 2020 was their last playoff thing. Notre Dame Cathedral Latin field goal by a New York Jets tryout kicker there. All right, so it's going to make it 3rd and 2. Their correction on that.
Zach, one of the most obnoxious competitors I ever had the opportunity to coach or teach. Served a little bit of a flag football suspension for what I believe. We won't go into the details, but I do remember a 1-year suspension for Zach in the flag football league in middle school.
Zach, that's a little secret. One of my all-time favorites.
We'll talk off camera.
Hard to teach competitiveness, though, right, Zach, there?
Ain't that the truth?
All right, let's make it 4th and 1. Interesting for Louisville here. Down 2 scores, 11-16 and counting. Got to imagine you're at least going up the line of scrimmage. Is this a draw it off or go for it here? I think it's...
No, you got to go for it here. We're going heavy personnel here. Looks like, number 99, Jacob Broad checking in for a little bit more run support. Honestly, this is this is a huge play if you're watching at home. We're 2 scores down, 10:50 to go in the fourth quarter. Maybe you go hard count and burn a timeout, but I think, heavy personnel, little dose of Gabe right here. I think we're going for it.
Everybody's stacked up there. Snap to Stouffer, and he is meeting a wall of white.
But I'm telling you, we got a good spot down here at the bottom of the
Canfield coaches questioning that there.
They're moving them.
And a move them change there. Jake Beard comes back out there. He's running out there. Got to teach him about hypotenuse. He took a big curve there. It's kind of like he reminded me of the.
He's a baseball player.
he's
a
round
baseball
in second
player.
there.
He's round in second.
That straight line there. Reminded me of the longest yard where the mean machine. Remember they used to come to the line of scrimmage that did that little loop around there?
Loop circle. You talk about throwing the defense off. You do that.
Who's your favorite mean machine player besides Burt Reynolds?
The original?
Either one. We'll take. And the remake, I give it a lot of credit. It was a good movie there, Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler, yeah.
Was it 50 Cent or Nelly was his running back there?
I'm not sure. I'm generally against any movie that one of the main characters is a rapper.
Had the one guy, who's one, Terry, what's the Terry guy?
Terry Crews.
Terry Crews played in the NFL some there, and then they had some NFL stars in there as well there. But the old school guy, Ray Nitschke, I think, was one of the guards. Cruz. All right, Leopard 2nd and 1 there. Give to Stouffer, explodes up the field there. So like Goldberg was a running back for the newer mean machine there.
Yeah, he was. I think that was Owen DiMarzio on a first down carry right there.
There you go. Gets up a little slow there. Leopards with 9:26, trailing by 9. Going to need 2 scores. No UFL. I think they have the 3-point. You can go for the 3-pointer on the conversion, but nothing here. Leopards in the empty set. Had a lot of success offensively, but moved the ball pretty well there. Stouffer feels pressure, slips through, and he's going to get pretty much the line of scrimmage. We have not had a lot of possessions. I think Stouffer's punted once. In the first half, we had the long first play that got negated by a fumble. Then we got a second drive, and I really think, we
got a second drive, of which I think that was the punt drive. I believe that was the punt drive.
Well, we had the drive for the touchdown, but we have not had a lot of possessions. Canfield's kind of slowly burned their possession there. So kind of neat seeing the Louisville student section there. Get a little, the tubas get a little horn section there. Circled up by the cheerleaders. 2nd and 10 there. Stouffer flare route out there to Marzio. Cuts up, shows hip inside, gets to the outside. He's going to pick up about 6, makes it 3rd and 4. Stay tuned also, of course, the 4th quarter. A lot of people tune in at this point for the Frank Cookie Critique.
Yeah,
we got a couple on the menu tonight. I'm going to guess it's stock up tonight here.
Well, I went hard early. I had about 4 or 5 of the chocolate chips early.
So we'll do that next time Canfield's on. You can give a little preview, but Canfield's on offense. We're going to find out about our cookies. Let's hope the Leopards can toss some Canfield cookies here. Stouffer rolls out. He's got a guy down the middle. Quinn Burek just broken up. Really nice play there.
Just underthrown. If he would have let him a little bit, there's a chance that number 11, Owen Bjork, would be in the end zone. But obviously, difficult pass throwing it without your feet set. He underthrew it.
Yeah.
And the defender made a real good
Bryce Roberts did a nice job breaking the ball up there. Enzo Coca on some coverage. So it's 4th and 4. Baker comes in for Candle. See, there's the pride of Louisville on your screen and from their end zone residence. They let their hair down the 4th quarter there. Usually bands take a little break in the 3rd quarter after their hard halftime show. Really impressive show tonight by a couple of strong competition bands. Leopard's going to take timeout. Timeout on football means time in for a cookie critique.
Sure. Tom Monner, obviously, cookie champion here at Louisville, came strong tonight with the chocolate chips. I like what he does. He makes them real small, like the size of a 50-cent piece, somewhere around
50
there.
50 cent, we call it.
50-cent piece, and he loads them up with chocolate chips. I got a feeling that each individual cookie, I believe he lays the chips out on the side and he packs them in just right so they all have an equal amount.
I think that's how the Keebler Elves do it.
I believe that's how I tell you, the fantastic cookie by Tom. Super moist, high quality.
So that was his chocolate chip cookie, or are you going with the brownie?
No, chocolate chip. Mrs. Burke made the brownies. Okay, Mrs. Burke. I only critique Tom's cookies. Mrs. Burke is always a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, that was a
good cookie. That was a good cookie.
Mrs. Burke with the burnt. I think they were calling them burnt brownies, and not to say that was intended, but they were with a little of the regular chocolate chip dough. That was a game changer.
They were good. This needs to be a game-changing play.
All right,
for
Leopards, 4th down there. Looking at the screen again, DeMar and Stouffer throws it up. Somehow, Seaman makes a catch.
Oh, my gosh, you got to be kidding me.
Is he going to get a little home cooking on the spot? He is.
Oh, my Lord. Folks, I don't know what you saw at home, but what an unbelievable individual effort by Gabe and then by Luke on the reception to get the first down. Are they arguing the call right now? What?
I think they're looking at the spot there. Need a little love from our chain gang there. I think we got some little generosity on the spot. He got to the line there.
They're going to measure.
I know what they're measuring. It's on the line. So one of those guys got to roll up a little roll of that chain over there. That was kind of like the immaculate reception. I don't know. Gabe avoided about. We'll see that replay here in a second, hopefully.
Really was falling down, Mac. Had 2 people on him. He was falling down. He threw it up. I don't know if he saw Seaman on the reception there or not, but what a great individual play by both those young men.
I'm trying to see who our chain gang is there. I don't know if you recognize any of
Pan Eslanides, and Pan has the hat on to the left.
All right, Pan all in Steve Aslanides.
Got it.
Hoopster. That was, if you had the ESPN live probability, that probability of getting a first down was about 0.23% there. That's a 0 point, less than 1%.
I mean, you really can't factor in someone that really has a desire to do something. And Luke and our quarterback Gabe right there. Just great individual efforts by two of our senior players.
So 7:35 left. That play comes up short, and that's probably the ball game there. You can see the replay. Stouffer breaks out of one, throws it as a tackle. Seaman with the catch and a blur of pink.
And breaks a tackle.
All right, we're live there and from the ground spot there. Great coverage here by YSN and the Louisville student section. Wide open, Quinn Burek inside the 25-yard line. And the Leopards are on the move there. And like once again, I want to shout out our entire student crew, headed up by our veteran Obi-Wan Kenobi, Rob Johnson, who is now a full-time part of the tech department at Louisville now. Decides doing that here. Jack Horn on the board, in from Ashland, University of Ashland. Mariah Ott, pole vault extraordinaire. Also on the board there. An Algebra 1 Hall of Famer for Mr. A. All right, so Stouffer 1st and 10 on the 23. He's going to keep it there, slips the screen, skips a tackle, and he's going to pick up close to a first down there. Gabe's out, I think, yards after contact. I wonder what his percent of yards or yards after contact.
I would argue calling it yards after contact, because oftentimes he does a little move where the guy just tackles air.
Yes.
I don't know how he does it. He's just so elusive. He has such great vision.
There you go. Big brother Joey probably chasing around in his young days there.
Yeah, that's for sure. Joey was quite a ball player as well.
So Stouffer gives to DiMarzio, explodes through. He's going to pick up some good room there. And you know what? This is one thing where coming into this game, we talked about the line of scrimmage. This is, I'm going to say, maybe the most impressive game by Louisville have really established themselves in the line of scrimmage offensively.
Well, we are coming off the ball. Sometimes, you just get, there's a pride factor. And if you remember, DiMarzio only had one carry in the first half. Gabe had a couple carries, but we have really come out and established the line of scrimmage here in the second half. We're moving people up
Clock
front.
ticking, 6:30. DiMarzio takes it again. He's got plenty of room. He's going to get inside the 3-yard line. It's going to move the chains again. 1st and goal. Louisville going to play with a little bit of pace here.
Well, you got to play with pace here because you're going to have to get another possession.
Yeah, and Canfield has the ability to burn off the entire clock there. Drake Wilson comes out. Louisville in their power package there. We got Stouffer and DiMarzio in the backfield there. Got a trips heavy there over there with Baker and Colton Doherty. Stouffer up the middle. He slips through, and he is about to maybe the 1-yard line. Looks like they got him spotted at there. Good job there. Some Cardinals coming off the end on the block down, but Stouffer's able to get some good positive yardage. 5:45 and counting there.
Yeah, wanting to go quick here. Gabe calling for the call. We're going to do a little muddle huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and here we go. Looks like we're going to be under center here.
Center there. And it looks like it's not going to be short of that. And they're slowly pushing. Referee's looking there.
I think they let it go here a little longer.
3rd down there. I wonder if they do just a little quick hit the refresh button on the tab up there and just run it again quick.
Yep. We're going ditto. We're going ditto here, which means we're going to run the same exact play.
Leopards lining up here about 3rd and inches. And I think he's in there. Come on, buddy, there.
He's laying in the end zone. What are we waiting
time here? Touchdown, Leopards. With 4:51 left, the Louisville cuts the lead to 23-20 on a Gabe Stouffer 1-yard touchdown glacier glide into the end zone there. And the Leopards, with an extra point attempt by Parker Dahm, have a chance to cut the lead to 2 points there. And I think a game when it was 27 at halftime, I don't think many people were having maybe this expectation there. But the Leopards are playing their best half of football, I would say.
Best half of football, just no quit.
Parker Dahm punches it through. Hopefully we're going to see him again here and a chance to take the lead. 4:51 left. Frank, the Leopards are in business.
Well, Leopards are in business. We have 2 timeouts left, which, maybe taking that did we have 2 timeouts, or did they not reset it from halftime? I don't remember us calling a timeout
I
here in the
think we
second
had
half.
to burn one early this half here.
Oh, we did on a 4th down play, I believe. 2 timeouts, obviously that you like to have 3, but you have 2. We'll see what kind of clock management that Canfield comes up with to see if we can get possession back. Obviously, you can't win unless you get a stop here by the Leopard defense. It all starts here, securing this tackle on this kickoff, and then potentially going 3 and out here. I don't know if you can figure out, if everything goes right, what kind of time we would have if we get the ball back.
Usually burn off, if you 3 and out, you're going to burn off, about a minute and a half there. 40 seconds of play, close to 2 minutes there. So you got to factor in some incompletions as well. So Leopards defense going to step up. They've done a nice job holding the Canfield to 3 points in the second half. A lot of that's been the offense staying on the field.
Yeah, correct. I mean, 2 great offensive drives, resulting in touchdowns. Defense, holding their water there, getting off the field on 3rd down, on 4th down, something that they did not do here in the first half. And more than anything, Mac, I'm just super impressed with the fight in the Leopards. I mean, they could have bagged it at halftime. They could have came out and felt sorry for themselves, but they didn't. Just super proud of the boys tonight and the way that they have responded here in the second half. Little onside kick, out of bounds.
Out of bounds, so they will take it, I believe, at the 40-yard line.
40.
Where the spot is at there.
It's not exactly what I think he wanted to do. Coach Kappas doesn't look super happy with that effort.
It's sometimes younger kickers and not used to that experience. It tend to onside kicks can be maybe easier said than done sometimes there. So 4:51.
We need an energized defensive effort here by the boys. See if we can get this ball back.
Shout out to Drew Aljancic, my son there, who's listening out and about there. Is your wife tuning in tonight or not?
She's reading a book, I'm sure.
All right. Shout out to our wives there, Brandy and Beth.
Brandy's
enjoy your
more
Friday night pizza.
Brandy's more into academics.
Yes, professor, right?
Yeah, Dr. Brandy. Probably reading some book that I can't even pronounce.
Not a lot of pictures in her books.
No.
All right, 4:51. Coca set to take the snap here. Bumps into his running back, and he's going to push forward for maybe a yard. The Leopard fans urging their team on here.
Great play by left defensive end Jake Baker, running parallel with the line of scrimmage, squeezing that play from the backside. Nice to call Jake's number tonight. Great play by Jake.
So 2nd and 10. Leopards looking to knock off the undefeated Canfield Cardinals, the 2022 state champions, the top program of Ohio. Coco gets to the outside, and Colton Doherty,
nice play.
hustles, brings it out. Make a 3rd and 7. This is something Louisville in the first half could not get off the field enough defensively. This is going to get their chance in the second half, done a better job, and a big play. As you hear, really, this the energized Leopard stands there,
and you can feel the stadium vibrating right now. What a great feeling up here in the Thomas family press box.
It's one that Mr. Dennis Beery, when he helped put this together, was excited to showcase the Leopard community in a great game here. Right now, 3rd and 7. Coca is going to give out there to Panunzio, gets the corner, and he's going to go out of bounds, stop the clock, and he's going to be I'd say about 4 yards short there.
Boy, I tell you, if you're a Canfield coach, the last thing that you want your running back to do is.
And they called him in bounds there. I thought he clearly went out of bounds, but
the clock running.
They keep it running there. I'm not sure.
Well, the official on our side stopped the clock.
So the official on their side. So it's 4th and 3.
Do not jump off sides here, Leopards.
All right, so Canfield, which I don't know if they punted once today or not there. I think maybe they lined up once. They're Gabe Stouffer back. Got to field this punt. Can't see who's set to kick there. That might be Bryce Roberts there. Canfield's going to burn a timeout there. So maybe look to, I don't know if they're going to try to get them to jump there. That was number 17, Adam Christie. They're ready to punt. So 4th and 3. Canfield maybe burning some clock there, definitely. 2:42 left here. And a barn burner here between two of the powers of Northeast Ohio football. A couple of future AAC rivals here, All-American Conference.
It has been a great second half. It's been fun to call. It's been fun to watch. Really solid football on both sides. Been impressed with the Leopard defense, impressed with the Leopard offense, the play calling here, but more importantly, the effort by the kids.
Yeah, and we talked about being a game. This is a big benchmark game for Hoover. Was a benchmark game where for games 1 through 4, games you probably felt you're 50-50 at worst games. You should win.
Right.
These games, this post, with we got Hoover, Central is pretty easy, but Canfield, Green next week, and LaSalle. This is one of the games where you can win. And you got to make plays. Leopards have done it in the second half here. So 4th down, they're in the punt position. Louisville showing like you're going to rush. Got to have discipline, like you said here. Canfield snaps it. Adams gets it off there. Gets a great spiral. Gabe Stouffer picks up his own 5 there. Cuts through, gets to the 15, out to the 20-yard line. Good job picking up 15 yards on a beautiful punt there.
Boy, I'm hoping that was a great punt.
Adam Christie.
Kind of hoping, Mac, that saving that 15 yards really could end up being a really big play by Gabe, deciding to pick that ball up rather than it rolling. I think he recognized that it's not going to get in the end zone, so he picked it up and he saved 15 yards, first down on the 20. That might prove to be a pivotal
and besides saving 15 yards, you see teams when they start their drive with their backs against the end zone, it's tough to get out of that. It's really can put teams handcuffed. So Leopards take over, 80 yards to pay dirt. Just need a field goal, trailing 23-21. Leopards in the empty set here. Stouffer takes the snap. Good protection. Scrambles to the outside, flush the outside. He's got a guy at the 40-yard line there, and it's Anderson Candle with the catch. A 25-yard pickup. And the Leopards, with 2:22 left, are in business. Great protection up there by Roberts, McRoby, Burek, Norris, and Marari. 1st and 10 on the 45. Clock ticking, 2:09. Stouffer in the empty set, plenty of time. Hits a crossing route there, and that is, I believe,
Quinn Burek.
Quinn Burek going to pick up another 1st down to the 42, inside Canfield territory. Canfield with 2 timeouts. Louisville's 2 as well. Canfield led 20-7 at halftime on a late first half touchdown. Stouffer comes over, gets the call from the Burek boys there. Head coach Troy, assistant coach Quinn. Empty set again. Canfield in a 3-man front. 138. Stouffer gets the low snap, feels some pressure. Scrambles around, he's got some room. He's going to pick up about 6 here. Makes it 2nd and 4. 128 and ticking. All right, Louisville lines up there quickly there in the empty set again there. Stouffer gets his snap there. Looks the outside flush. He's got to throw a high one. Throwing it out of bounds. Got a receiver over there, so that's going to make it 3rd and 4.
Woo, take a breath. Take a breath. 2 downs to get a 1st down. We have 2 timeouts. Obviously, we are not in field goal range yet. I'm thinking we need to be right at about the 20, which would make it a 37-yarder.
I think Parker probably at the distance from 45, but and he's made, I think, a 38-yarder.
Yeah,
so he's definitely got the leg.
Well, he shanked one last week from 40 at Central, which was not his best attempt.
Yeah,
I think
sometimes
he
you
felt pressured,
overkick
but
for the extra distance there. So it's going to make it 3rd and 4. Leopards fans enthusiastically cheering on there. Stouffer gets the snap, a little crossing route there. He's looking up top. And incomplete. We're going to get a flag there. A lot of grabbing.
Wow.
Looking at Colton Doherty. A lot of T-Rex arms there. No officials reaching their pocket with a lot of late contact.
Boy, I'm kind of surprised. I don't know if they can show if they're going to show the replay at home. But I feel like there was, it wasn't just one arm around the waist. I feel like there was 2 arms around the waist. Obviously, is impeding the wide receiver right there, and that's just.
All right, so 4th and 4, 58 seconds left. Leopards with 2 timeouts left, so it'd be pretty hard for them to weather a unsuccessful 4th down here. So in a balanced set, Stouffer with Seaman in motion. Trips and they
got him.
Canfield to jump offside.
Little hard count, little hard count, Matt. I mean, I almost said we're going to go hard count and take a timeout because we have 2 timeouts. I didn't say it because I didn't want to jinx us, but what a great call. You hurry, you get to the line of scrimmage. Hard count, number 51 for Canfield jumped offside.
Great
That's
discipline. And we
Tristan Miller.
talked about playing a clean game at the start of the game, and we have a pretty good clean game. So,
1
58
turnover.
seconds left, yeah. One, I think, penalty there. Ball's on the 30, 47-yard field goal from here, so definitely want to push that ball more there. No losses here, so Stouffer's going to keep it, and he's going to lose about 4 there. Louisville's probably going to need to burn a timeout. Trying to go with the quarterback draw to pick up yards. And
yep, we're going to call a timeout here.
Bringing heavy pressure. So 49 seconds left. Ball on the 34-yard line. Like we said, probably at least to the 25-yard line.
Yeah.
Ideally to the 20.
Yeah, 25, I kind of push him at 20. If we get 14 yards here, we have 1 timeout. We have, I mean, in high school football, it's sometimes it's best to save your last timeout to be able to line up your.
Yes.
I mean, we do have a quick field goal that we practice all the time. A hurry-up field goal, which, is not a great scenario to do in any league, at any level, especially high school. So you want to be able to save your last time out, or you can spike the ball so you have a little bit more time.
So Parker down on the sideline talking with one of our legendary veteran coaches, Cotton Crislip there, kind of counting some yardage and seeing some stuff there. Hopefully he gets a chance to hit a pure iron like Cotton does, one of the impressive golfer there.
Yeah, Cotton can really swing a club.
All right, so 2nd and 13, ball on the 33-yard line. Canfield with their 4-man front, got some man underneath coverage there. We'll see if they bring some pressure here again. They're bringing 5. Louisville picks it up. They got an out route, and it is just broken up there. Quinn Burek there.
Ball was thrown a little bit inside. You like to see that ball a little bit more to the outside so Quinn can use his body to kind of protect the ball there, but Gabe threw one just a little bit inside, and the defender got there to break it up.
You can see the replay there. Bryce Roberts made
it was a nice play.
Few really nice plays here.
This is great, Mac. Both teams just playing so hard right now trying to win this football game. I love watching this.
So the Leopards, 20 on the play clock.
3rd down.
Sending it in there. Gabe Stouffer going to have to pick it up a little bit there. So Leopards 3rd and 13. Want to at least cut this in half. You're going to go for it in 4th down or get in field goal range. 43 seconds left here. Trips to the bottom of your screen there. Stouffer, good protection. He's got a wheel route. He's got Burek and throws it to his outside there. So that's going to make it 4th and 13. Trying to run that post with the wheel behind. Nice coverage, and Burek couldn't adjust to the throw on the outside shoulder. So 37 seconds left. Louisville with 1 timeout left. One to probably save it here. Hopefully we get the 1st down there. So we got Burek and Coach Kappas talking there. So Stouffer with 15 on the play clock. Got to hurry here. Don't want to have to use a timeout there, but sometimes you do. So Louisville gets the line of scrimmage on their 33-yard line there. We've got trips to the boundary. Look for a crossing route. Shifting Baker. Another shift.
We had to call timeout because the play clock was running out.
So that's one play where you probably one of your plays you work on a lot, but with a lot of shifts, hard to get that one off. So 37 seconds left, or we can take a breather. You can always clock the ball to stop the clock there. You can't get back time. Not the clock was running there, but you got to get the 1st down to stay alive here. So focusing on that first.
Correct. Yeah, you can't put the cart before the horse. Obviously, you want to get in field goal, range and or get a 1st down to live another play. But if you don't take that time out, obviously you're adding 5 yards to this already difficult 4th and 13 play.
All right, so Leopards huddled around there, wearing the Columbia blue jerseys with the black pants today. Got a little 1990s Cleveland Cavaliers color scheme going on.
Minus the orange.
Nice Leopard support here tonight. And what do you think we might dial up here? It looked
I thought maybe on third down we would have ran a screen. But, sometimes running screens on fourth down is problematic. Everyone's kind of sitting back. You have to make athletic plays and make people miss. I think we're going to run a play that we call magic, where we run 4 receivers down. We read the safety. The problem with that is we're not going to be able to stop the clock unless he gets out of bounds if the ball goes to the middle. But we are in trips, so what I would watch right here is potentially something backside of trips, maybe seaming down the middle on a little post route.
So Canfield brings pressure. Throw to Colton Norris. Through his hands. Incomplete. And Canfield takes over with 31 seconds left.
Man,
Great effort.
Great effort
by the Leopards. Unfortunately, looks like it's going to come up short there. And this is one there, and you see teams as they build their program. It's those games where you lay it all on the line. You hope to get the victory, but these are ones that they fought back down 20-7. Looked like Canfield was imposing their will in the first half, and they've owned the second half. Unfortunately, looks like they're going to come up 2 points short.
Difficult play there. I feel some compassion for Colton. What a great kid. And there's nobody in the stadium that wanted to catch it more than Colton wanted to catch it. Ball was slightly behind him, but basically on his body, and he didn't come up with it.
But I want to thank everybody for coming on tonight. We were so close tonight. Leopards fall 23-21 in an epic battle here at Leopard Stadium. So for all of us on the network tonight, Mac, Frank, myself, and the rest of the gang, we'll see you in a gymnasium or stadium near you. Till next time, everybody, have a great night. This is YSN Live.